So, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Scrolling Minds. Are you one of those constantly battling with the flood of notifications, endless scrolling, and the urge to just focus again? Well, you are not alone because what we truly crave today is freedom. Freedom from distraction, freedom to focus on work that truly matters, and freedom to spend some time with the people we actually care about. If that sounds like you, you're absolutely in the right place. Because today we are going to discuss a really meaningful topic, the delicate balance between connection and distraction in this digital era. Our theme for today is digital discipline, how we can stay connected without being consumed. And now, someone who is joining me, knows this journey really deeply, and the author of the upcoming book, The Mindful Scrolls, and a leading voice in tech life balance, Himanshu Singh.
Thank you so much, Shashank. I really appreciate that warm and thoughtful welcome. Well, I'm Manju Singh, the author of the book The Mindful Scroll, and in this book I have mentioned some really research-backed tips and insights how we can reshape our digital habits. Well, I'm really looking forward to share my experience and helping our listeners to understand how digital discipline can bring back clarity, focus, and even real connections. Well, thank you once again, Shashank, for having me. I'm really excited to have this conversation with you.
Digital discipline, sir, it sounds kind of serious. What does it actually mean?
Well, that's a good question to start with. Digital discipline, in simple words, means using technology with more responsibility, like setting limits for screen time and being mindful about how to keep a balance between our digital life and our real life world.
So, not like scrolling Instagram reels till late night and when we are supposed to sleep 2 hours ago.
Exactly. Or replying to your friend in middle of your tuition class session, or using hours of mindful scrolling on Instagram.
So I do actually totally agree with that because there have been days when I just planned to work for an hour, but then I got sucked into the rabbit hole of reels and YouTube shorts, and suddenly it's 11 p.m. My work is untouched, and I don't know where the hell my time went. And I also do feel drained sometimes, like my mind is full, but I didn't actually work anything and did anything meaningful.
Well, that's called digital fatigue. The more we consume, the less energy have for the things that truly matters to us, like creativity, hobbies, and having even real social interactions.
So, sir, the tips I received from your book actually helped me a lot. From this point on, I do not take phone at my dinner table anymore, and it really helped me to lower my distraction a lot.
Well, technology is a powerful and amazing tool. It helps us to learn, grow, and to connect. But we have to know that we are controlling it, not the other way around. And let's talk about building some smart digital habits from my books.
Maybe they are really good tips. Maybe I could use some of those for my own routine.
Well, in my book, Mindful Scroll, I have mentioned in some following chapters some tips how to maintain a strong digital discipline. Well, for the first, I would suggest, which is also suggested by many influencers, that to set limits for your social media apps. For example, just 30 minutes for your Instagram scrolling or YouTube shorts. Well, many phones have inbuilt tool systems to track this, your daily screen time. And second, I would suggest to follow digital detox. Well, it's a very effective trick that digital detox means at least 30 minutes before bed, you should shut down all your digital screens. And in that time, you can try to read or journaling. And for someone like me, to play a guitar. And trust me, this small change in habits can bring many changes to your life. And last, I would suggest to use technology to learn to grow new skills. As upcoming world is of AI and technology, the professions like AI specialists, machine learning engineers, and even cybersecurity experts are going to be trained in next 5 to 10 years.
These are actually really great tips, sir. Actually, I also read the reviews of your book, and I was astonished by the amount of life you are affecting right now, and I'm truly impressed with that.
Well, thank you. Well, I also suggest that you can start putting your phones on DND or do not disturb. It helps you a lot to focus on your work for longer chunks of time. And I would suggest that during your dinner times with your family, you should avoid using your phone. It helps you a lot to build a better connection with your family, and it helps a lot to me also.
So I also agree with that. Actually, from the tips I received from your book, I also stopped taking my phone from limit to the limit anymore, and it helped me to have a lot more nicer conversation with my family.
Well, I would like to mention a very important topic or a problem which is also faced by many students, that many parents often hit their child or try to rest hand on them. But we have to understand that hitting doesn't work always works. We have to know that digital discipline helps. Digital discipline is to teach students that how to maintain a balance between our digital world and our real life world.
So, sir, I also read that in your book, even in your digital discipline book, the mindful scrolls, I read that parents still use those harsh digital tactics like hitting and scolding their children and restricting them from using their devices and even strict monitoring. Well, how do you think that could play in the next future 10 to 5 years?
Well, it affects the child's mental health when parents use the harsh digital tactics like snatching their phones or locking all the apps. Just think about it, what that child truly learns. They their first thought would be that I should start hiding my screen time, or how can I make another account so my parents won't able to figure it out. That's fear based digital discipline. The true digital discipline should teach children why balance matters, not just scare them into temporary obedience.
So, sir, digital discipline is not just only about setting limits, it's also about building a really healthy relationship with the technology itself. But, sir, this brings us to an even more complicated question like paradox of connection.
Well, that's a very thoughtful question. Technology is indeed created to connect us, but ironically, it's feeling more isolated. Well, many families have shared their physical spaces, but they are glued to their phone screens, and we have to understand that they are missing their very mindful and connections that they can establish when they can have free physical time, free phone times, and I will suggest that this kind of family times can help them to be a better connection.
Thank you, sir, for having such a nice discussion. Till then, stay connected, be mindful. Thank you, everybody.